It is the end of 2019 and I have just left my school to start my HIFs. 2020, as you know, COVID-19 hits the world and our classes go online. During that time, something that I'm not yet ready to open up about happens and my family loses all trust in me. Start of 2021, we go back to physical classes. End of that year, I complete my HIFs. Now, my family is slowly but surely starting to gain trust in me again. 2022, I joined school again from an all boys madrasa to a co class. This is a completely new dimension for me. So, I wanna get some girls because everyone's doing it. Why not me? Thankfully, I look awful, so I don't really get any. In the start of a new school, you know you go through so many friend groups. Some are average, some are bad, some are just okay, some are better than okay, and then some are just absolutely amazing. As I've just ended my hills, I'm going hard on playing games, watching movies and anime and stuff. And I'm not really reading much Quran since that's all what I have done for the past 2 years. I'm doing good in school, getting near top grades, but there's just one subject that's messing with my grades: Urdu. Why? Because when you don't write a language for nearly 2 years and then you are told to write the longest exam you have ever written in your entire life in that same language, it's really hard, especially without any sincere guidance. 2023, Andrew Tate goes famous. I find out about self improvement, become a madman on it, and the rest, as they say, is history. So, these are all the lessons that I wish someone had told me when I was 13 to 18. Because I would have been a lot better. So that's what I'm doing right now, giving you what I didn't have. By the way, like the sky is so beautiful today.
يلومونني في اشتهاء الحياة
As you're becoming a young man now, your hormones are going to start getting activated. Your hormones like testosterone, androgen 17, beta hydroxy testosterone, and I'm not a nerd. These will start to get activated. And this will mean that you will want to get girls. You will want to get girls. Like whether you let yourself feel that, or whether you're like this type of person who says that, oh no, I don't want girls. I don't want girls. I'm a single male or anything like that. And then when you're alone, you really want girls. You're like, ooh, I want girls. And it's natural, bro. And like you're not a bad person for wanting that. Like that is completely natural. But just because you want something does not mean that you should go and get it. No, it doesn't mean that. Like Islam says that yes, young men will want those things, and that is completely natural. That is something Allah has put into us. And so what do we do now? On one side we have something that we really want, but then on the other side we have that. It doesn't mean that if you want something you should go and get it. No. And so what do we do now? Like what do we do? Well, let me just tell you that if you are in this age right now, 13 to 18 or 19, you're not going to marry her, bro. Like, even if you think that you're going to marry her and like you're going to convince her parents and you're going to make so much money and you're going to convince your parents as well, you're not going to be able to marry her. Come on. No, you're not going to be able to do that. And so why talk to girls for just for fun? Because now I have just told you that you're not going to be able to marry her no matter what you try to do. And so this means that if you talk to girls in this age, you will be doing it just for fun because in the back of your mind you know that you're not going to be able to marry her no matter what. And so because you're doing it for fun, you're going to get sins. You are going to get sins. And why do something that gets you, yeah, like it gets you some fun in this world and stuff, but it gets you tons and tons of sins. And bro, being honest, I have seen people like with my own eyes waste years of their teenage life upon chasing girls. And in the end, they didn't even get her. They didn't even get to marry her because either his parents were not satisfied or her parents were not satisfied and they just broke up and stuff. And now they don't even talk and stuff. But the time has been wasted. The sins have been also been gathered. The emotional bond has also been built. And so now the mental health gets disturbed because they don't talk to the person who they built an emotional bond with. And so be smart. And smart people are the people who learn from the mistakes of other people. Don't be a dumb person who goes and makes the same mistake that other dumb people are also making. Be smart and learn from the mistakes of other people. But being honest, you need some emotional relations. You need someone who you can open up emotionally and you can just talk about anything you want to talk about. And so, because you're in this age right now, this is where your friends come in. Or let me rephrase that correctly. This is where that friend of yours comes in. And trust me, bro, when you have brothers like that, but you that like you can go out with them and you can just be a child again and you can do anything you want to do, and you know deep down in your heart that they will not judge you. Like you don't do anything haram or that stuff. You stay in the boundaries of Islam and all of that stuff. But you can just do anything. You can just be a child again with those brothers. When you have brothers like them, you will not want girls. Like the thought of wanting girls will come into your mind, but then you remind yourself, oh nah, I have brothers. I don't really need girls right now. And trust me, I'm saying this from experience. When you have brothers like that, you will not want girls. You will only want girls when you're like really alone. When you're like one day feeling like really lonely and you're like just scrolling on Instagram and like different halal couple like reels are coming up and stuff, and you will want to get girls. What you do now is you go and message your brothers, you go and message your friends, bro, I'm really feeling down. I'm like really feeling that we haven't met up in a long time. So you want to get you guys want to hang out and stuff. And so when you go out with your friends and stuff, you let all that energy out. And then the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. Thank me if you didn't know that. Like it took years and years and years to build that. Maybe I don't remember the exact years. I once looked it up, but I don't remember it now. It took a long time to build that building. But then I'm pretty sure that it will only take maximum a day to destroy that building. So it took a long time to build that building, but it will take a maximum a day to destroy that building. And no, I'm not planning to destroy Burj Khalifa or anything like that. What I'm trying to tell you is that trust is just like that. Trust takes years, years, and years to build, but it takes only one incident, one day, to be entirely destroyed. But you might be thinking, wow, this is one of the major lessons you learned in the last like 5, 6 years. What? Bro, do not undermine this. Do not undermine this. Like trust me when I tell you that people know you by your word and never break your word. People do not know the behind the scenes, like what you do, what are your values, and what you think about. People don't know about that stuff. People only know you by your word. And so never break your word. Never break your promise. Never break your trust. So always be a man of your word. Always stick to your word. And it will do wonders for you, both in this world and in the next world. When I came back from HIVS, I came in ninth class. And in ninth class, I got 461 out of 505, which is a pretty good mark. And excluding just one subject, which was Urdu, which kind of ruined my entire result, I mocked every single person. I had mocked even the toppers of my class, excluding just Urdu in all the other subjects. Then we went into 10th class, and in around the middle of 10th class, Andrew Tate went famous. And so this means that people like Iman Gaji, Hamza Ahmed, Andrew Tate, and all of these guys started going famous. And what was their motto? Their motto was, school is for slaves. Your grades don't matter. Your grades really don't matter. Don't worry about your grades and all of that stuff. And what you have to do is you have to do a business. And I listened to them. And then in 10th class, my grades really dropped a lot. But now that I have a business, I know that business is not for every single person. Everyone cannot do business. Some people just want to do a profession. Some people just want to do a job. Like they might be smart about that. Like they might not be like retard or anything like that. They might be smart how they do that job and stuff. But they just want to do a job. They just want to be a professional because they really love that career and stuff. And so some people really want to be professional. So my lesson here is find out early on if you want to do a business or if you want to do a like profession or you want to get into a career and stuff. And how do you find out? Well, by starting a business. Because if you don't even go and try to do something, how will you know that you can do that thing and you really want to do that thing or not? Because let me tell you, the reels you watch on Instagram, the videos you watch on YouTube about business and like all of its benefits and stuff, yes, they are there, and the benefits are really there. They are true, but there are cons as well. The amount of stress you have to deal with while having a business, like when you wake up and you know that you have to record 2 videos today, you have to script 2 videos today, you have to like make b-roll for 2 videos today. Otherwise, if you don't, your business will burn down. You're waking up like that, and knowing that you have to do this in just 1.5 hours, that's not the stress that everybody can deal with. And so you must go and start a business. Like, go and start a business. And then let's say that you go and start a business, and then that business starts getting successful, and then now you have understood that I really want to do business. Like, this is the real thing I want to do. Yes, I really love it. I really love the stress, because trust me, some people like me really love to be in stress. They really love it when their life becomes calm and stuff. When there's not enough stress in their life, they're like, oh, what am I supposed to do now? Like, am I not growing? Like, what am I doing in my life? Some people do exist like that. And so let's say that you are that kind of person as well. Now, what do you do about grades at school? Well, there are two things that you can do. The number one thing is you can quit. You can just drop out of school, and you can say that you can like convince your parents and say that I don't want to go to school. I have a business and that stuff. But 99% of the people are not going to do that. Like, just trust me. Like, you know, you are not going to be able to do that. And so the second thing here is, if you're going to play the game, why not win the game? And so, if you're going to be in school, why not be one of the top students in school? And so, this means that you learn how to study, you learn how to learn. I'm pretty sure you have never thought about that. Have you ever learned how to learn? After you start a business, but then you know that you cannot drop out of school and stuff. You learn how to study. And so you learn how to like just study for 1 hour, 90 minutes maximum every single day, and still be one of the top students in your class, still be one of the top students in your campus. So you go and learn about that. And I have a complete video on this. Like, it is a 21 or 22-minute long guide. And so your actionable step from this lesson here is that start a business within 7 days, maximum 7 days, and minimum 24 hours of you watching this video. Exit full screen of this video. Look at the time right now. Whatever the time is, in 24 hours, I want you to get a business on the ground. Just get a product ready, and then like think that what you're going to charge for that product, and then start selling. That's all you need to do to get a business. Then one of the biggest lessons I learned during the past 5 years is that most people are really, really, absolutely bad with their deen. And so do not be like most people. Meaning, build that connection with Allah. Start like get your deen on the ground. Like, become good in your deen. And so, how do you become good in your deen? Well, by knowing that the thing between kufr and iman is salah, your prayer. And so, you must hold on to your prayers, the five daily prayers, no matter what. Get really good, like, get really consistent, absolutely consistent with the five daily prayers. And I'm warning you, people will call you Molvi and stuff. People will say, since when have you become a Molvi and stuff? But remind them that this is the bare minimum, bro. This is the bare minimum that every single Muslim has to do. I'm not someone absolutely like really pious by just praying 5 times a day. And then the reason I think most Christians lose their iman and they become atheists and stuff is because the number one reason is they only pray once a week. They only go to the church once a week. And the second thing is they lost connection with their gift. And what was their gift? Their holy book. And so let me ask you, how deep of a connection do you have with our gift, Quran? How deep of a connection do you have with Quran? And so start reading Quran every single day and understand that it is a gift from Allah to us. Like Muslims of the old, like the first generation Muslims and stuff, they used to measure the success of a person by looking at the condition of his Quran, his Musaf. If his Quran was really used and stuff, they used to say this person is successful. But if someone didn't had like his Quran was new and stuff, they used to say this person is kind of in danger, bro. So where do you stand? Do you have the Quran that is just sitting on the highest place of your house and in Gulaf and that is Quran and that is supposed to be on the highest place of the house and stuff? And then if you're like me, and during this time, maybe if you're 14, 15 years old right now, you're like really low. You're just absolutely bad in every single thing you try to do. Your looks are bad, your physique is bad, your like memory is bad. All of these things are bad. No matter what you try. Like, to tell you one thing, like when I started going to the gym, my friends, like the friends I had at that time, they could like hold my entire arm in just their closed fist. meaning my arm was just of this, like this size. They could hold my entire arm in their closed fist. But now they can't. Now I have the best physique among all of them. And how did I do this? By consistent small habits. This means that consistent small habits are better than having good genes. They will beat consistent small habits, will always beat good genes. And so most people start self improvement on ground one. But I had to start self improvement from from the basement, bro. But then because I stuck to it, no matter what happened, I stuck to it. I have beat all the people who were on ground three when I started from the basement. And you will also be able to do that if you really stick to this path. And so, if you want to join a community of like minded people, Muslims who are on self improvement, click the first link if you're a male, and click the second link if you're a female to join the communities, which are totally 100% free. And so, do good, and inshallah, I will see you in Jannah.